What's up, guys? It's the Warrior COTP right here. All right. Yeah, hold those calls. I appreciate it, guys. Just save it for the end. All right, so I'm going to continue with my DVD collection. This will be part 6 of the collection. So the last part and this part are my collection, or part of it that was displayed until I ran out of room. So yesterday I did my, for part 5, I did my action, or I guess superhero movies to sci-fi, and then I started on my A to B's. So now we're taking off at B's. The last one we did on the last one was Bad Boys with Sean Penn. So we got Bad Boys 1 and 2, starting this one off with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Now, I like this series. Think it's a good series. I haven't seen the new Bad Boys, to be honest with you. I haven't even seen the new Beverly Hills Cop. But that's just because I heard it was trash. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just say stuff. But yeah, this is a box set collection with a slide case. This is unopened, as you can see. But yeah, that's the first movie. But I was saying yesterday that when I say Bad Boys, I always mean the one with Sean Penn. All right, so next one is Charlie Sheen, Beyond the Law. This is where he plays a cop that's undercover on a biker gang. Now, I can't really remember this movie, but I've seen it before. But I did buy it, so I'd have it in my collection. So, yeah, feel free. I say it in all my videos. If you guys are new, I show the back. You can press pause if you want to read what it's about. I usually show the front and back. I never showed a disc, but see, that's the cool thing about showing the disc. You actually see, you know, what the disc looked like. And that's actually a cool disc. I think that's Michael Madsen in there. But, yeah. So, sorry I don't really show you guys the disc. I know a lot of people would like to see that. And actually, I feel bad because I opened that up. I was kind of hoping the disc was kind of plain, but that just goes to show you some movies, even if it ain't the biggest movie, have some cool discs. All right, so the next one I got here is the complete collection of Billy Jack. You got The Born Losers, Billy Jack, Trial Billy Jack, Billy Jack Goes to Washington. All the Billy Jack films. And if you guys know about Billy Jack, I'll just give you a little highlight. You don't want to mess with Billy Jack. He's like, I think part Native American, was in the military, if I'm not mistaken. And he's like somewhat of a hippie too. So, but yeah, this is the Billy Jack collection. I actually got this from Walmart. Most of the movies that you're going to see right now are going to be from Goodwill or 2nd Avenue or a place called Habitat Restore, where you can buy movies from anywhere from 50 cents to $1, depending on the store. Like one store sells them for 50 cents a pop. Another store sells them for $1 a pop. So, you know, it's actually cool when you can get them for 50 cents a pop, but I'm not going to complain about $1 either. All right, the next one is Blood In, Blood Out. This is a classic. I remember seeing this or shown this by a friend back in VHS days when I was a teenager. Somebody was like, hey, you ever seen Blood In, Blood Out? Nah. You gotta watch it. They showed me it. This is Blood In, Blood Out. But it's a classic film. Definitely is. So it's like American Me. It's a classic Mexicano, I guess you can say, film. All right, next one is Boondock Saints. That's Daryl Dixon right there for the people that never has heard of this or seen it. Great movie. This movie don't have the highest budget. It almost feels almost like a B movie, but it's awesome. I will say that. It's a very cool movie. So there you go. All right, so Boondock Saint 2. A lot of people will say this movie is dog water trash. You know, it's not bad for a sequel. Just, you know, if you like the first one, watch it. Make up your own mind. Matter of fact, if you're watching this and you've watched Boondock Saint 2, throw how you feel about it. Me personally, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's better, but I don't think it's bad. I don't, you know, it's a decent sequel. But, yeah, that's Boondock Saint 2. Now, yesterday's video I noticed went like 10 minutes faster. And I'm going to tell you guys why. It was the same amount of movies. But the thing is, I was going through like Universal Soldier 1, 2, 3, Star Wars series. And I was going through a lot of stuff. And I was kind of just, you know, I would talk about the series itself. I wouldn't talk about the actual movie at all. Or nothing, you know, it was just like collections, so it kind of went a little bit fast, but I guess that ain't always a bad thing. Who knows, you guys might just be like, all right, just show the movie, you know, but at any rate, Sylvester Stallone Cliffhanger is the next one. This takes it all the way back to the 90s. This was actually the first movie I remember seeing Daryl's brother Merle from Walking Dead in. You know, since then, since I became more of a movie buff, I've seen him in movies all the way from the early 80s, like the original Henry movie. So, but if you've never seen Cliffhanger, it's an awesome movie. Really awesome movie. Yeah, when people talk trash about Sylvester Stallone, I can just name one movie after another that's good. So... All right, so next one, I got a Clint Eastwood double feature. It's Space Cowboys, The Gauntlet, and Every Which Way But Loose. Now, all those movies to me are good. I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan, so if you want all three of these movies, just look for this Clint Eastwood triple feature on eBay or something. Might be able to come across it. Or if you search like me at thrift stores, you might come across it one day. Next one, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger and Collateral Damage. 2 thumbs up movie. What can you say? Most of Arnold's movies are pretty good from the 80s and up. So you can't really go wrong with Arnold's movies. Raise this up a little bit so you can read it. The next movie I got here is Colors with Sean Penn. This is one of my top 5 movies with Sean Penn. Matter of fact, I'll name my top 5 with Sean Penn. Bad Boys, Colors, State of Grace, Mystic River, I forgot the other one. It's with his brother and Christopher Walken. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, if you type in Christopher Walken and his brother Chris Penn, you'll see it will come up. Yeah, Colors is a really good movie. Damon Wayans is in it. Damon Wayans was real skinny in this. Like, you won't even barely recognize him. But, yeah, that's Colors. That's Robert Duvall in it with him. Awesome movie. Next, this is Commando. My son got me this for Christmas. I wanted this for a while, and I never came across it. I still haven't came across it. I've had this for about, I'd say about 2 years now. I got it on a Christmas. I still haven't came across it at a thrift store, excuse me. But yeah, this has Alyssa Milano in it when she was younger. She plays his daughter. She gets kidnapped. And Arnold basically has to come get her. Basically, somebody did it for vengeance to try to get him to lure him to him as payback. But the bad guy is the father in Night at Roxbury. It's kind of crazy how people can switch up roles like that, but yeah, it's acting. That's Commando. That's an 80s film, mid-80s, like around 85 or something. Next, we got Con Air. This is the first film that got me into Nicolas Cage. Matter of fact, I think it was 9th grade was the first time I watched it down in my buddy's basement. He rented it on VHS, and we all sat in the house. It just came out on VHS, and we sat down in the basement and watched it. And I remember when we watched it, man, we were all just so, we loved it. We loved this movie. Great film. I'd say this is definitely my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. I mean, he's been in countless good movies, but this is definitely my favorite. If you never watched it, it's definitely good. It has John Malkovich in it, John Cusack, Steve Buscemi, Danny Trejo. I mean, the list goes on. Dave Chappelle. All right, so this next one, I'm not going to lie to you. I bought this just for Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. But it was I honestly would have never got the Scorpion King with The Rock. Not that I think it's a bad movie, but I didn't see it before that. So I would have never bought it. Call, I've never even seen that movie. Let me know if it's any good. I mean, I should probably watch it, but this is the back. Yeah, so as you can see, I actually paid $4 for this set at 2nd Avenue, which, my opinion, it was worth it, you know. All right, so next one, we got Paul Newman and Cool Hand Luke. What we've got here today is a failure to communicate. Now, this movie, I've been watching this since I was a kid. I used to watch it with my dad growing up. One of my favorite Paul Newman movies. And I'll tell you what, Paul Newman has a lot of good movies. He's just one of those actors that his list of great movies is just ridiculous. And we will come across some Paul Newman movies in this journey of me showing you my DVD collection throughout this month or two. All right, which I did the math. I said I was going to look that up, and it's going to take about 2 months to do my collection. Depending on how many days I miss, it might take 2.5 months. But we will knock it all out and get it done. All right, so next movie. As you can see, I've been trying to go in alphabetical order. They're supposedly set up in alphabetical order. I might have mismatched them throughout the way of looking at them here and there. But next one is Copland. This movie right here, I didn't realize how great this movie was. I've had this movie on VHS. I've had this movie on DVD. And I don't know. I always started watching it and just didn't get a good feel for it when I first started watching it. And I don't know. I just didn't. Then finally I sat down and watched it and I loved it. But look at all the actors it has. De Niro, Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, Sylvester Stallone. It has the guy that plays Remy and Higher Learning. I forgot his name. Michael, I think something. But if you've never seen this, another great Stallone movie. Like I said, I can point out great Stallone movies all day. All right, next movie. The Count of Monte Cristo. This movie, I can't tell you the first time it was made. I think it might have been in the 40s or something. You got The Count of Monte Cristo, Son of Monte Cristo. You got one that was made in the 70s. That's good. This is like Les Miserables or Christmas Carol. It's been made multiple times. And every one I've seen is good. That's all I can say about it. This movie's great, though. Here, I'm gonna... Maybe you might recognize some of the people that play in it. You know, Guy Pearce, Jim Caviezel, Richard Harris. James Frain. The one guy from Pirates of the Caribbean's in it. I forgot his name, that Spanish dude. Heavier set guy. But he always plays a good role. Next movie, we got Crank with Jason Statham. I actually bought this before I knew how much... Before I realized how much I like Jason Statham as an action actor. I'm glad I bought it. Next, we have Crank 2, High Voltage. Next, after that, we got the Dirty Harry collection. Now, I had a Dirty Harry collection before this, and I ended up giving it away. I think it was just the Dirty Harrys 1 through 4, and it didn't have Deadpool, and then I found this. It was basically a split cover in the 4s, and it was, you know, this is awesome because it's all of them in one. So I gave that away, but look at this. I got this at the Goodwill for $1.29. Tell me that ain't a steal. If you like Dirty Harry movies, that's awesome steal. And I'll tell you what, the discs are mint. See, it is cool looking at the disc, what they look like, but it just take too much time to look at all of them. Next, unopened, still sealed. This is the Die Hard collection. I remember I bought this from Walmart. So this collection right here is the Die Hard collection, and it is from Walmart. So those are the Die Hards. Yeah, Bruce Willis, he had a lot of good movies in his list of movies too throughout the years. All right, next we got Donnie Brasco, classic, with Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. If you like gangster movies, and as it says right there, based on a true story, I was about to say that. Great movie. Awesome movie. So if you're into gangster movies like Goodfellas, and stuff like that. Bronx Tale. You never seen this? Definitely check it out. 2 thumbs up too. All right, so next, let me scoot these back, make some room. Next, we got El Mariachi and Desperado. So it's basically a double feature film. Now, I was actually surprised. I came across this a couple times now. But I was actually surprised to see El Mariachi with this. But I think it's made by the same person, if I'm not wrong. I'm not going to check, but this is subtitles. So, but I'll tell you what. I did not buy this for Desperado. Desperado is cool, don't get me wrong. I bought this for Mariachi, El Mariachi. I saw it a long time ago. I liked it. I loved it. I wanted more of it. I bought it when I came across it. So, matter of fact, it's El Mariachi, Desperado. But great film. You never seen it? Watch it. Next, we got Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. If you've never seen Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon, classic. And as you see, I got that joint for $1.29. Can't beat that. And it's a snap case. You want to read it? It's kind of long. See, a lot of discs look like that anyway, but, you know, you got that inside art on these snap cases. But, yeah, a lot of discs don't even have nothing on it anyway. But, yeah, Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. I think Bruce Lee had, like, if I'm not mistaken, he had Big Boss. He had, like, 5 movies that were, like, big. They were... I don't want to give bad information. I think only 3 were starting to be made from Warner Brothers back in the day before he ended up dying. So I'm not going to get into all that because there's so many different theories of why he died and passed away. All right, next we got Escape Plan, Sylvester Stallone's series of movies. You got Escape Plan 1, Escape Plan 2, and Escape Plan, The Extractors. It's basically about escaping out of prisons. First one's Arnold. Second one, I don't know what that guy's name is. I think he's a MMA fighter or something. But yeah, I don't see it. But if you want to look up the logistics on it and stuff, just check it out. But I will say this: it's a good series of movies. Not my favorite Sylvester Stallone series, but it's cool. I do like it. And just to let you guys know, I do not have it, but the Tulsa King series is awesome. I think they're working on the second season right now. And that's on Paramount Plus. Next, we got Schwarzenegger and Eraser. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw this around when it first came out, and I've not watched it since. But I guarantee it's a decent movie. I mean, right there, Arnold's back and better than ever. There you go. And so I feel like in the 80s, he started taking acting more serious. I also think he probably had better producers. Like, look, we're not going to make a trash movie. We're going to sit there and, you know, make this guy get better. So I think that's what happened with Arnold. Next, yeah, I know, I got a lot of Stallones and Arnolds and action films. Yeah, but that's another thing. I don't know if I mentioned this. All these ones are actions. So, you know, they might be a little bit of something else mixed up in it, but most of these are all actions. This is my action part that has some kind of order to the mix of the, you know, how they're situated. All right, so next we got Expendables 1 and Expendables 2. I do like the Expendables series. Can be a bit much, sure, but, you know, for what they are, they're great movies. And, you know, if you like action movies, that's what you're getting. You're getting some action. Yeah, I got to take these stickers off. One day I'm going to take them off. I'll probably take them off once I actually sit and be able to actually make a library of movies where you can see everything. Next, Expendables 3. Be honest, this is probably the one I probably haven't seen in the longest time was Expendables 3. But yeah, another cool movie. I think there's an Expendables 4 out now, but I haven't seen that. All right, next. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in Face Off. And for you guys that don't know, this is John Travolta and this is Nicolas Cage. I got more bad jokes too. But yeah, this is a great movie if you've never seen it. Awesome movie. It's probably one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies, to be honest with you. Con Air is definitely my first, though. All right, so now we got Clint Eastwood. And one thing I noticed is I saw somebody else's collection. It says Clint Eastwood collection up here. That's a real thing. There's actually all the Clint Eastwood movies, and they're called Clint Eastwood collection. And they're snap cases. Like that. So that's a real thing right there. So, if you can find all the Clint Eastwood collections, you could have them all look like the same. But I don't have it. I got mixed match stuff. I got, you know, different, whoever printed them out throughout the years, I got them scattered of all Clint Eastwood stuff. Matter of fact, I couldn't even tell you how many Clint Eastwood movies I got, but I got a lot. So this is Firefox. Great movie. Not one of Clint Eastwood's bigger movies, I can tell you. But my opinion, if you like Clint Eastwood movies, you ain't going to be disappointed. This is, I think, early 80s movie. Maybe late 70s. To be honest, I've only seen it one time, but I loved it. Next, I got Four Brothers with Tyrese, Mark Wahlberg, Andre 3000. I don't know who the younger brother is, but great movie. This is actually one of those movies I can put on. Like, if I don't know what I want to watch, this is one of the movies I can put on and enjoy, you know? It's like a holiday movie, you know, when you want to watch a movie on holiday. Well, you can't think of nothing. Put on Four Brothers. So, yeah, that's Four Brothers. Sorry, I got a hyena in the house. Next, we got Gangs of New York with Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis and Cameron Diaz, plus amongst many other actors in this movie. And I'll tell you like this. This is the movie where I found, like, I already know who Cameron Diaz was. I knew who Leonardo DiCaprio was. But honestly, I was kind of ignorant to knowing who Daniel Day-Lewis was. In my opinion, Daniel Day-Lewis plays the ultimate bad guy in this. You know, and some people might not even look at him like a bad guy in it. But he was definitely a bad guy in it. But great movie. It's an awesome movie. There you go. Next, I got Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, Get Rich or Die Trying. I saw this movie in the movie theater when it came out. I actually thought it was a really good movie. Definitely was. I enjoyed it a lot. I really did. Just like 8 Mile with Eminem. I enjoyed that a lot when it came out. I went and saw it in the movie theater too. All right. Next, we got Goodfellas with Ray Liotta and Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. A lot of people say this is the best gangster movie made of all times. And honestly, I think it is an awesome movie. But there's so many good gangster movies. You got A Bronx Tale, you got Scarface, you know, Godfather's a little bit slow, but you got so many cool movies. I just keep going. Matter of fact, one day I'll make a list of, or make a video with all my favorite gangster movies and go down the row, you know. Probably won't be for a while, but one day in the future I will. But if you've never seen this, or maybe you heard of it, definitely watch it. If you're new to movies, watch it. Next. As you can see, my front row collection is pretty good. I got some good movies. But next is Gladiator with Russell Crowe. This is literally my favorite Russell Crowe movie. You know, there's a couple that I like a lot, like that movie with him and Danny DeVito. I think L.A. Confidential. And Kim Basinger's in it, I think. But yeah, this movie's awesome. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's an awesome movie. It's one of those movies that you'll watch over and over. All right, now this movie right here. This movie just made me happy just seeing it. Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood. All right, so when Clint Eastwood started getting this old, you were like, how could he possibly still be making action movies? Then you watch this, and it all made sense. Like, even as old as Clint Eastwood is, I think he's like 93, 94 right now, literally. When he made this, he was probably 80 or something. And you were like, how is he going to pull this off? But he pulled it off. It was a great movie. I love it. If you've never seen Gran Torino, definitely check it out. Gran Torino is literally one of the best Clint Eastwood movies, especially when he got older. Next, we got Charles Bronson, Hard Times, with James Coburn. This is a bare-knuckle boxing movie. It's about a guy that's, you know, needs money. Your typical bare-knuckle boxing movie. He needs money for one reason or another. And he's a tough dude. He don't want to be crossed over. And he does his thing. Charles Bronson at his toughest, I'll tell you that. And if you never... if you don't know about Charles Bronson's past or biography, I would definitely check it out, because he definitely had a tough life. So that man was tough. And he went through a lot in his life. But yeah, great movie, great actor. Next, we got a double feature with Steven Seagal. All right, so Steven Seagal gets a lot of hate. Steven Seagal runs his mouth a lot about actors, action actors, especially martial artists. Tries just act like he's the only tough guy, and you know, all the rest are just actors, or you know, it's like, dude runs his mouth about stuff he don't know, basically. But I'll tell you like this: if you go from the late '80s, when he first started making movies, to like literally I'd say about 2000, he had a bunch of good movies, and no one can deny it. As a matter of fact, I don't even care if you deny it. I don't care if you say his movies are trash. That's nonsense. I could go on my list right now and tell you good movie, good movie, good movie, good movie, and most people will agree, unless you just hate the man. I get it. There's plenty of actors, I don't like them for their politics, and I ain't going to sit there and talk about this actor or that actor for that. I'm just talking about movie-based stuff. So, but, yeah, these are two great films. Matter of fact, I don't even think I talked about these. Above the Law, great movie. And Hard to Kill, great movie. Above the Law, in fact, I think he basically went above the law on that. I did watch it recently. I just can't remember. But I can tell you right now, Hard to Kill is awesome. Basically, his family gets taken out. His wife does, at least. And his son's still alive. He goes in a coma for, like, I think 7 years. And then she ends up saving his life while he's in the hospital. They go somewhere. He recuperates. He trains. And then takes on the bad guys. is basically like some politician out to kill him because he has like a videotape that's inside of a wall. I'm not going to, I already spoiled it enough, sorry. But check it out. It's an awesome movie. Great movie. All right, next. Sorry I rambled a little bit with the Steven Seagal thing. Next is Heat with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Val Kilmer. Classic. As you can see, this movie's not even open. I got a lot of movies that aren't open, but best believe I've seen Heat. It's not my favorite movie, but you know what? A lot of people love Heat. I think it's a good movie. It's not my favorite movie. It's cool. So next, I got Hell Ride. You never seen Hell Ride, Quentin Tarantino. It's a cool movie. It's, you know, it's not my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. Probably one of my least favorite Quentin Tarantino movies, but it's Quentin Tarantino, and I like a lot of his movies. So, and if you want to know what my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, it's probably, I'd have to say, Reservoir Dogs. Then, if I had to pick another one, ain't fair. I would say Django Unchained and Inglourious Bastards are tied up. All right, next movie. Sean Connery, The Hunt for Red October. Classic movie. Alec Baldwin's in it too. If you've never seen it, check it out. The next movie, The Joker. I should have probably had this up in my superhero movies, but he's not really a superhero, so I get away with that. All right, so this has Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro in it. This is actually unopened. Didn't have to open it yet. Next movie, speaking of Quentin Tarantino, we got Kill Bill 1, Volume 1, I'm sorry. Now this has Uma Thurman and David Carradine in it. You never seen it? This has definitely a cult following to it. I'm not one of those people. Not that I think it's bad. I'm just not like, you know, like I used to be like, oh, the Warriors, Scarface, you know, certain movies I'm like kind of a fanboy of. Kill Bill volumes, I've never been a big fan of. They're cool, but just not the biggest fan of them. So that's Kill Bill Volume 2. And last but not least of this last shelf, we got the Knockaround Guys. This movie, you know, I can't say it takes it back to a kid, because after I graduated, this came out around the same time as 8 Mile Eminem. But I watched it in the movie theater the year after I graduated, and I'll tell you what, this movie was awesome. Got Seth Green in it, Barry Pepper, Dennis Hopper, John Malkovich, Vin Diesel. And I'll tell you like this, man. Vin Diesel's part in this movie, I mean, the whole movie's good, but Vin Diesel's part in it is awesome. He plays ultimate tough guy, the friend you want to have your back. And I'll tell you what, it's basically about a friend, him, messing up and losing that. And then him and his friends got to go clean up the mess. And his dad is basically a big gangster, or his family is. I ain't going to say nothing else because I don't want to spoil nothing. But if you've never seen the Knockaround Guys and you like gangster movies, definitely check it out. There you go. You can read that. Well, there you go. That is it for all the movies for my collection video part 5 or 6. Thanks for watching. I'll probably let this out the next day. I might even do 2 for tomorrow, or the same day. You might see it the same day as this, but I realized today how many videos I would have to do. But at any rate, appreciate you guys watching. If it's the first video you watched of mine, you made it all the way through, thanks. If you liked it, subscribe. If you liked it, like it. And there's going to be plenty more to come. But anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out. Talk to you later.